over the past decade, at least from what I've seen, the conversation has exploded into many different sectors and splinters, and everybody's got new names and new terms for everything, and we're all trying to describe ourselves as the same thing as people. And without diluting what makes us different and what makes us special, I believe that we can still exist together. We can all win together. Motherfuckers are out here talking about America only wins when we put property over people. We've seen where that's gotten us for the past 4 centuries of having people as property. It's a mess. We're the cleanup. It starts. So, one of the huge inspiring forces behind this program right here, one of the principal members of the crew once known as Black Seeds, but y'all might know them as Tribe. Everybody, can I get a Tribe? Can I get a Tribe? All right, if y'all are able to go with that, you know exactly what she stands for, and I ain't gotta say another damn word. Siri.
Try.
All the way up there, if you can hear my voice, say try,
Try.
There's some good news and bad news about the war we're about to do. Bad news is, the first time I ever did it was right over there. Black Lives Matter. 3.5 years ago. And it was about a third of what I see right now. Every year,
Try going on the outside.
Sirens are becoming a familiar sound. My face is being used to be equipped with grounded for work. You see, I have this theory. Yeah, it goes like, my mind is powerful and that's why they fear me. Because if I don't see probable cause, I might not go down willingly. And some of y'all might think that's the kid in me, but for you not to be angry, are you kidding me? This generation isn't lost. No, we're angry. And instead of ignoring the problem and focus on ourselves, we turn our attention and attempt to help, and yeah, at times we go along. But to me, anything is better than just playing along. If this generation is lost, it's because they're out here killing the ones meant to lead us. The ones with the strong mental thesis who see us for more than what we appear to be. Yeah, they see the drive, but they also see the fear of me. This generation isn't lost. We're scared to death. Like a wounded animal, only hostile to protect whatever we have left. So yeah, we lash. Hell yeah, we spaz, we black out. It happens so fast. And in an attempt to express ourselves, we forget the beauty of everything that we have. But then years ago, one American history teacher told me there's always anarchy before order. So is this that transition or just hope fruition? I'm not out here talking to walls right now. Are you actually listening? So this isn't the future a lot of us envision, and maybe that's why we're mad. Now, I'm not going to take shots at moms and dads, but why tell us it was infinite opportunities for us when 2 or 3 seem to be all we really had? Here I am thinking the worst adulthood is going to get me as a terrible boss. Why wasn't I warned about the friends I lost? But we're the lost generation. Now we grew up quick, so excuse us for lacking imagination, but we just want compensation for the lives we bought. Just carry the thought that most of us are still waiting to grow up and become astronauts now. Ask me what I wanted to be in 5th grade and I would have told you a police officer. So I can save lives. And that's a funny example of how time flies once you open your eyes. It was never my intention to despise the good guys, but that leads me to a series of unfortunate questions with equally unfortunate answers, Mr. Officer. I often wonder if you saw Grandma's face at the family reunion when she counts 7 instead of 8 grandsons, then would you show remorse for taking the life of that one? Or whenever you shot someone, you heard the scream from their mother instead of the bullet leaving the chamber, now would you understand our anger? See, I got a lot of questions, but I feel if I ask, I'll be answered by Smith and Wesson. Even if the point was to teach an officer a lesson, if I'm killed over a simple disagreement, we all know who the judicial system's protecting. Because in a world where a 7-year-old can be killed in her sleep, and that's considered justified, are y'all really surprised at how many of us have died? We're a generation losing hope, but we're not hopeless. Some of us are out here trying to fight for what we believe in, but no one seems to notice. Instead of having our backs, they go behind it and scold us. Instead of telling us what to do, why not stand up and show us?
But a lot more important. Yo, M, I need you up here to relay some safety details to the people, please. Thank you. Hello, friends and comrades. Woo!
Sorry, this is my face. I hope you like it. I am one of your street medics for this event. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Who have red tape on our bodies. We are your medic team. We are your first aid people. We are not trying to lose anybody.
Yes.
Not here, not now, not in the future, but especially not here and now. We need you for the cause.
Yes.
Right?
Woo!
We will be walking around with bottles of water right now before we get started. If you don't have a bottle of water, grab at least 1 bottle of water, if not 2. Everybody here needs to stay hydrated. If you need a snack, if your blood sugar is dropping, find a medic. If you can only stay in place where you are, raise your hands above your head in a cross and scream for a medic. Okay? We will come to you. We are going to be moving all throughout the march. Find us. If you are feeling faint, if you are feeling dizzy, if somebody in your party is feeling faint or dizzy, find a medic. We are here to help you. We are here to make sure that everybody is safe and taken care of. All right? We have all kinds of bandages and supplies. If you happen to twist your ankle, fall down, get a scrape, cut, bruise, whatever, or if in the inevitable, somebody shows up to attack or harm another person, we're here to help those people. All right? We take care of each other, right?
Yeah!
If you came with somebody, you better leave with that somebody. If you came alone, you better make a friend or 2. In fact, turn to your neighbors right now. Say hello. Don't touch each other. We're in a pandemic. Make a friend. Make lots of friends. Build this community. I see a lot of familiar faces. Well, I see a lot of familiar eyeballs out there. But I see a lot of people that I've never met. Right? We need to be friends. We need to be community. We need to take care of each other. So we're passing out water now. Take water. Right? We've got snacks. We've got tons of granola bars that have been donated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who has donated food, water, money.
Thank you!
Thank you so much. I believe that practice is important, so Shout it out. Thank you.
Thank you!
Everybody give it up for him!
Woo!
Just to make sure we're truly unified, let me hear y'all say thank you and...
Thank you!
Perfect. And I'm sure y'all are very well. Now, next up is a very good friend of mine, somebody I've known for a long time, somebody I've run alongside on my artistic journey for years and years, and now we're just starting to converge, and it's going to cause a new world order, if I may underplay it a little bit. But y'all, for real, we have a young visionary coming to speak up to y'all today, and very soon I will explain to y'all just why I wanted to center this around music. But for now, Kyrie Burton, take the stage!
Yes, sir. Man, this is beautiful to see all of us come together, man, like this. Make some noise for yourself one time. Over the past couple of days, I've been like grappling with like, what part do I play in this? And what part can everybody else play in this? And I realized we can't change the world. One person can't change the world. But we gotta spark something. We all play an important role. We all pieces to this puzzle, right? So whatever that looks like for you, that's what you have to do. If it's music, do it. Art, do it. Teaching, educating, do that. Do your part, and we gonna see some change, man. The time is now, right? The time is now. Before I get into my first track, I want to give y'all this little acapella, and it's called Time.
Woo!
Our time is on the clock, a ticking time bomb. In a race against time, our time is now ours. We on a borrowed time, at any time this life of mine keep going straight. That's why we pray to keep a focused mind. I focus on the time, the speaker sweet vendetta. They say time is cheddar. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Stand the test of time. Schools will give us time. Jobs will give us time. Doctors give us time. My cousin doing time. Judges gave him time. Looked in his eyes and banged that gavel. Gave him the type of time to make you want to time travel. To undo all mistakes, but it's a never-ending battle. Time will wait for no man. Time we living on is fragile. It's crazy how you can be in the right state of mind, but still be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And at this point, I ain't got much time to waste. Time is speeding up, and this city can change our fate. This city can change our fate, man. Let's get into it. This song is called Young and Black. And being young and black in America seems like it's a crime right off the bat, man. So I wrote this out of rage.
I'd like to welcome you.
Cincinnati. Yeah. Young and black, I'm in the city. Ain't nobody messing with me. I don't show you niggas speedy. Step up on the scene. Pull up out the way, still in the hood like every day. Right there where my grandma stay. Can't pull up if you ain't gang. What we say? Hey, we just out here doing what we gotta do. Young and black, not abiding by the rules. Yeah, we just trying to get it all by any means. Yeah, we just trying to get it all by any means. I'm young and black with none to lose. I don't got no time to snooze. I see you thinking you a G. Well, I'm on my P's and Q's. My brother ride with me too. From the toolie to the pool. Try to tell them keep it cool. That's why I don't know what to do. Wait, I pray it don't crash. My nephew gon' take my foot on the gas. You can show them my driver, but then if I get them the signal, they yell on my ass. In a lane of my own, I give them this pain. I write these poems. I'm black to the bone. I'm never gonna break no more. Just in black, I'm in the city. Ain't nobody messing with me. Don't show you niggas pity when I step up on the scene. Pull up out the way, and live the hood like every day. Right there with my grandma say. Can't pull up if you ain't dead. What we say? Hey, we just out here doing what we gotta do. Young and black, not abiding by the rules. Yeah, we just trying to get it all by anything. Yeah, we just trying to get it all by. Transcended racism, so ain't no stopping this beast. I'm young and black inside America and scared of what I can be. Don't give Trump my energy, he's just a puppet to me. I peep agenda and it's a cycle, history gon' repeat. They might get excited when I play so. I remember those days on the metro, had to get to my class with the white folks. Up and down, went away, I was there, bro. Shot it so sick to that blind invitation. That nurse like this, my phone was parade, my picture to pay, picture to pay, I'm feeling the bitch. Yeah, young and black, I'm in the city. Ain't nobody messing with me. I don't show you niggas pity when I step up on the scene. Pull up out the way, still in the hood like every day. Right there where my grandma stay. Can't pull up if you ain't gang. What we say? Hey, we just out here doing what we gotta do. Young and black, not abiding by the rules. We just trying to get it all by any means. We just trying to get it all by any means. Y'all get black, make some noise for yourself. Thank you. Now, this next song I'm about to do is called Sound, and I never performed it before. And it's crazy that this story is still relevant right now. I made this song for Sam DuBose. Fuck Ray Tenson. Fuck that murderer. Fuck Ray Tenson. And it's kind of hard, like, thinking about that we still have to do these songs, you know what I mean? And that we still have to write these songs. But if we don't write it, who else gonna say it? So we have to do it, right? So I'm gonna do a verse from there, and it's from the perspective of his wife. I actually was in contact with his wife. She gave me the blessing to write this song, and I ended up finding out that she was my cousin, which was crazy. So I ended up having an even more deeper connection to that story, man. And so this verse is from her perspective of after the events of her husband being murdered. Let's go. Can we get a fist up one time for Sam DuBose, George Floyd, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, all the lives lost in this shit. All they see is a broken mirror. Keep them fists up. Hello, my name is Shonda. I'm trying hard to conquer, but they let a monster walk away and bother. It's gonna take a lot of healing just to ease his pain. I can't believe that evil man took his life away. The justice system is a system that is broken. Racist cops getting over, killing blacks out in the open. My soon-to-be husband was just another victim. Flawed man that's a given, more than worthy to be living. If this doesn't tell you racism is alive, matter of fact, it never died. Now it's filled with more lives, undercover, covert, to the point of no return. Nothing's ever given to him, nothing's ever really earned. A lack of license plate me, my man deserved to die. You murdering class man, everything you said a lie. You should ride inside of a cell. Better yet, it's at hell, but that's alright. God's time will tell. Still can't believe they gave him 300K. While my man in the grave, he still living okay. It's okay though. We're working on levels with higher powers. Sam will live on as he is resting in power, and we will live our days to truly honor his legacy, and we will make sure to always live up his pedigree. I still miss you. Fist up. All you saw was a broken mirror. It's true. This life, I've never been born. Your eyes, I've never been true. All you saw was a broken mirror.
Me being a spiritual person says that, you know,
remember, man, we all play a part in this.
We're asking how the jury's holding up. How's your family holding up?
Figure out what your part is and do it. We all can't change the world, but we can spark something. We all do our part. We all pieces to this puzzle.
You know,
Do your part. And if you silent, you even more part of the problem. Thank you. My name is Kyrie. One more time, make some noise for Kyrie!
that was extremely powerful. That was exactly what we needed. And next up, to express just how essential it is that we all organize, that we all group up, that we make sure we have constructive dialogue, and that we make moves toward real impact and real change in this community. I want to bring up one of the co-chairs of the Democratic Socialists of America, Daniel. Get up here, homie.
This is the most amazing crowd that I've ever seen in Cincinnati for any political action ever. So, when I look at this crowd, I think about what's happened over the course of this year, and I think about how over the course of this pandemic, we've had over 100,000 people die. The vast majority of them being black and brown people because of the systemic racism of this country. We have had, while most people who are nurses could not get access to masks, we had ICE agents who were able to get masks for their capturing and deporting Latinx people in this country. And all this systemic violence, it wasn't enough for them. They could have been happy with that, but instead they had to take people from us even beyond that. They had to murder George Floyd, an innocent man, on absurd charges for no reason. Because they had to teach a lesson to people that no matter what, whether there's a pandemic, whatever we need, when 39% of people in this country are currently out of food, they still need to be able to tell us what to do and the fact that they're in charge. One of the reasons that we're here today as DSA, and first off, I want to say first, I'm extremely proud of my comrades for the work they did with everyone else organizing on this, and I'm proud of everyone who's out here today for the fact that you're here, the fact that you're standing against us, no matter what the police do. If we want to make sure we can have a society that is not based on killing people for race, for gender, for sex, but a society in which people can live and people can be the best person they can be, we have to keep organizing together in order to make that possible. The only way, the only strength we have against the police, against the state, against Donald Trump are the numbers that we bring. When I look at this crowd, this is what people are scared of. When we Now, I'll tell you right now, as DSA, we want to be an organization that can fight with you against the forces in this society to make sure we can have a better world. But one of the things that we really need for that to be possible is for us to all be organized in the same place. One thing, if you look at me and my comrades who are up here, you'll notice that we are very white faces so far as an organization goes. And what I want more than anything is I want DSA to be an organization that is controlled and run by the multiracial working class of this country. I don't want DSA to be a white organization. I want it to be an organization for all of us. And I'm asking you to please join DSA or join another organization in this country so that you can keep fighting beyond this fight, so that we can keep pressing until we have justice for George Floyd and for everyone else that has been murdered by the police in this country. To close this out, I just want to let us all think for a moment as we stand here in this crowd, when we're all together like this, everyone that was a victim of state violence, everyone that's been murdered by police, everyone who is starved in this country, everyone that we've lost over the course of the struggle, when we come together and we act and we organize, they are all here in this crowd with us. The over 100,000 people we've lost this year alone, when we gather like this and we fight for them, they are with us, and it is our responsibility to keep up that fight and make sure they are not forgotten and that their loss is not in vain, that we have a world that the rest of us deserve and that this violence ends. Solidarity forever, Black Lives Matter, let's organize for the world we want. Everybody make noise for Daniel! And what the DSA has to say is very, 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 very true. For
in order for these organizations to truly represent us, because they're really out here trying to work on our behalf, we need to be part of these, because nobody's going to be able to speak up for us. We've seen that historically for hundreds of years, for generation after generation, nobody's going to speak for us but us. So we need to organize, and we need to make sure that this isn't the last time I see y'all. By the end of the year, I want the same amount of people here, and I want to see all of y'all's mouths, and I want to hear all of y'all's voices. When y'all get out of here, and we march, and then after the march, there has to be a next step. It can never just stop here. Y'all need to be ready to go home. Y'all need to be ready to write postcards. And yes, I actually do read postcards. Turns out they're very effective. Got this piece of advice recently. Postcards, emails, phone calls. You need to vote, vote, vote. God damn it, vote! It's a numbers game. But there's more than one way to win the game. Sometimes you gotta play it by their rules, and sometimes you gotta move outside it, and this is a perfect example of that, and we're gonna keep organizing until we see something real happen. This country is it's corrupt from the roots. We need to take it down and build something new that can benefit everybody. Even those who But I write songs, not speeches. And that's the best way I can get my message out. So, I'd like to bring up my friends, Tough and Solitics, my boys, Patterns of Chaos. If y'all are familiar with what we do, can I hear y'all say rap music? Rap music! Rap music! Rap music! Rap music! You see, I believe in the power of rap music. I believe in the power of art as being the best way to condense and communicate a message to the most people possible in the shortest amount of time. I will make everything as catchy and direct as possible, so y'all leave with these lyrics and y'all link them. And right now, I'm just yelling at you. Stalls, pillars of saltiness. We sound good? Y'all hear me out there? Check this up. People que la ciudad de la reina, si todos comprendan, se pena. Head up and fill a promise, switching lanes like the lane. We're breaking down barriers, cause there's too much love to gain. We come to your spirit, don't represent no religion. It's out to everybody out there, who gets the difference. Knowledge is power, but don't overstate your position. The core of our mission is making sure to spread the wisdom. Come on floor, we flourish in the light, but we ain't growing just to cast bigger shadows, alright? Come on floor, we know we gotta fight, so we bring beauty to the war's fighters, and we POC, not P-O-W. Learn to navigate the world that has no W to concrete. Colors moving up through the rubble, cause we don't believe life was only left for us to struggle through. Coffee!
Who knows who got all this?
Coffee talk,
Something that's obvious, awesomeness. No fillers or awfulness. Talk with school, but it's cool. Got this rap shit linked back in it. But that wasn't always how I wanted it. Used to be a fucked up kid and do some dummy shit. I slipped and dripped in skips class. Got cash from a small tab in the stalls with all passes. It's a small glasses.
Come on floor, we flourish in the light. We ain't growing just to cast bigger shadows, alright? Come on floor, we know we gotta play. We bringing beauty to the war's fight, and then we POC, not P-O-W. Learn to navigate the world that has no W to concrete. Lotus blooming up through the rubble, cause we don't believe life was only meant for us to. Yo, I bought the classic flow if you can't notice. Can't fuck with old heads, niggas get homophobic. We have bands on stage, leave behind hate. I won't put my homies down to remind you I'm great. I'm some back rap, ready to get tight shit. Hip hop's in my DNA, stressing over jeans and they tightness. Holding on to hatred with a vice grip. Got the nerve to call yourself enlightened. Tell me why are you like this? Look, Farrakhan's from some tight shit, but he's also an anti-Semite. How can we not fight this? Nobody's perfect. We gotta have theaters, otherwise we end up going wrong the same way the whites did. How can I demand my fight this? See another man and deny his. That's not what, kid. We play life by the rules of the oppressor. We'll beat him at his game, but that won't make us any better. Look, come on floor. Stall safe, gentlemen, I count him. I act like I care about these rules, hello, we brought him. I'm the fucking hero with nothing to say, my cousin. Heard me from word of mouth, but I'm about to got to kill
am holy me. I quit those and take no piss with older than me. My people just handle yo, finish my lenses. Rose skin and don't stay on with yo. Envy you wanna see jet. Get it so we won't be the different yo intent. I say y'all, said they gave me no hit. His niggas voted up in the game in my own image of soldier window. Give it up, I'm in it, yo. General Cook, grown and living, don't leave my cup. I'm a Robbie. Oh no, no. And now you know I ain't done this in a minute.